Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in Game 12 of the 2025 ILB season. Your Casper Spuds will be hosting the visiting Hastings Sodbusters. The Sodbusters came into the series last night undefeated, a perfect 9-0 record for the team out of Hastings. But your Casper Spuds, a team on a mission. After a bit of an up and down start to the year, it's seeming that this team is finding their stride, and they knocked off the Sodbusters last night by score of 9-3. The Spuds outscoring opponents in the last two games 20-8. Offense has been hot, pitching has been solid, and the boys are putting it all together here at Mike Lansing Field as we are set for another beautiful day of baseball. It's been hot and sunny all morning and afternoon here at Mike Lansing, but we got some cloud coverage. Definitely going to help the players cool off a little bit. It's cooling me off up here in the booth. Before we go anywhere else, let's start with the Sodbusters lineup for Game 2 of this 4-game set here in Casper, Wyoming. Leading off will be the shortstop, Christian Loera. Batting second, the third baseman, Jaden Shabry. Batting third, the first baseman, Ryan Jarvis. Batting in the cleanup spot, the left fielder, Weston Johnston. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Jackson Crane. DHing and batting sixth today for the Sodbusters is going to be Brock Cross. Batting seventh, the catcher, Jude Graves. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Jet Hannaford. And rounding out the order for the Hastings Sodbusters will be the second baseman, Chase Miller. The man on the mound for the visiting Sodbusters will be number 28, Austin Raines. As we jump to your Casper Spuds starting lineup for tonight's ball game. Leading off will be the center fielder, Elijah Reeves. Batting second, the left fielder, Trent Rucker. In the three spot, the shortstop, Jack Opine. Batting fourth, DHing tonight for your Casper Spuds will be Hunter Billingsley. Batting fifth, the first baseman, River Smith. Batting sixth, Cale McCarville. He's going to be over at third. Matt Marsick will be out in right, batting seventh here tonight. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Caden Wilcox. And rounding out the order for your Casper Spuds, doing the catching, the birthday boy, Stone Vasic. Stone celebrating his 22nd birthday today. Also celebrating a new school, as Stone will be transferring to Central Methodist University. Congratulations to Stone on continuing his academic and athletic career at Central Methodist. Another player we saw last night getting his first win of the year, the starter last night, Ty Volmar, who pitched 6 beautiful innings for the Casper Spuds yesterday. He's also celebrating something off the field. He got accepted into Regis University's School of Pharmacy. So not only can he pitch, he's got the brains too. Congrats to Ty and the Volmar family on their future pharmacist, Ty Volmar. As we've done the last couple days, got a couple pregame interviews here for you. The first one will play during this break. The next one will be in the flipping of the inning, heading to the bottom of the first. Leading off the interviews is going to be your starter on the mound here tonight for the Casper Spuds, Jake Martinez. Jake, my host brother, great guy. Let's take a listen to what your starter has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your starting pitcher tonight, Jake Martinez. Jake, how we doing, my man?
Good. How are you?
Good, brother. Before we get started here today, what's been working well for you as of late?
Just throwing plenty of strikes, getting ahead early in the counts. Once I get deep in the counts, that's where most pitchers get in trouble.
Yeah. Um, how do you mentally prepare for a start?
Um, Really just deep breaths, just focus on what I can do.
Yep.
Um, Not getting in my head too much about, having to do good, having to do like great things. Just do what I can, and that's what's helped me mostly this year.
Absolutely. Your last outing was out of the pen. It was a good one. Do you change your approach when you're coming in, starting the game versus out of the pen, or kind of the same mindset?
Same mindset, really. It just sometimes when I come out of the pen, there's runners on. Can't let those runners score, and then basically the same thing with starting.
Yes, sir.
Just try not to let those runs score.
Absolutely. Year two here in Casper. What's your favorite thing to do on an off day?
Oh man, the golf courses are great here.
Yeah.
Plenty of great golf courses.
Yep.
But other than that, just like chill out, play video games.
Absolutely.
That's about it.
Keep it nice and low key. Last thing, are you superstitious at all? Any routines before you get on the mound, or just go out there and do your thing?
Not too superstitious. The only thing that I do as a routine is just the stretching, the same thing, same steps every time. But really, that's about it.
Yep. Alrighty. We'll plan on seeing you back up here
Yep.
post game, but this has been your starting pitcher, Jake Martinez. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
my man. Love talking to Jake. Great guy. And looking to continue his season of excellence here in Casper, as he has been cooking no matter what situation he's put into, starting, relief, you name it. Jake Martinez is there, and he looks to continue that here today. As the best PA in the ILB, Denny gets set to announce the lineup for the Spuds here at Mike Lansing Field. We're going to cut away again to a little highlight reel from last night's 9-3 victory for your Spuds. Let's take a look. From the lefty first baseman, the 0-2 again is going to be swung on and missed. Strike three to Jarvis. Volmar with a good first inning here, keeping the Sodbusters off the board. The Spuds come up in the bottom of the first as the game remains at 0. The 3-2 to Trent Rucker will miss outside, and it'll bring another run home, back-to-back runs in for the Spuds due to the free pass given up by Derek Rocket, and they take the lead 2-1 here. Wilcox rips that one out to the outfield, and that one's going to get off the base of the wall. Hannaford having a hard time to collect. He's going to get it in just in time to see Matt Marsick cross first, and Caden Wilcox rips a triple out to slight right center field. Barker slaps one the other way. It's going to be an RBI single for Brody Barker. The 2-2 will be swung on and missed. Moreno gets his first strikeout in a Spuds uniform. And the first lefty here for the Spuds gets the job done. Little bits of film there from last night's ball game. Spuds winning 9-3. All around solid performance from the boys in purple. We're going to be rocking the black tops, white bottoms here today. As we look around, the ILB going to be a broken record here for a sec. Your Spuds sitting at 7-4, Sodbusters at 9-1. The Oahe Zap dropping to 4-8 here in the ILB season after their loss to the Spearfish Sasquatch 15-3 last night. Game 2 is currently underway, tied at 3 in the bottom of the 4th. The Sasquatch, sitting at 7-6, are currently on a 5-game win streak in last night's 15-3 rout. Second baseman, number 2, Peyton Fort, went 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs and a walk. The Sasquatch also clobbered 3 bombs last night. The DH, number 23, Sam Kwapnowski, went 4 for 4 with a home run, a double, a walk. He was also hit by a pitch. The first baseman, number 6, Kyle Finn, also hitting a home run. And the leadoff man, center fielder, number 11, Lucas Torelli, getting in the home run column for the Sasquatch last night. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast yesterday, the prospects at 4-4, awaiting a matchup against the Fremont Moo again on Thursday. Moo at 3-11 on a 9-game loss streak. Plainsmen, the Plainsmen baseball, their first game set for June 18th against the Fremont Moo. And the Bison baseball, their first game set for July 3rd in Oahe. As I step aside for the singing of our national anthem tonight, performed by Michelle.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michelle, who will lead us in the singing of the national anthem. Please rise if you are able to and remove cover.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to Michelle for that beautiful performance in honoring America with the singing of our national anthem. Three Spuds pitchers making their debuts last night out of the bullpen. Apologies for not having as much info on them as I should have. I didn't know they were going to be making their debuts last night. Didn't even know they were in Casper. Lawson Moreno, the first lefty the Spuds have rolled out. Sophomore at Northern Oklahoma College from Katy, Texas. Had a solid 1-2-3 inning. 0 hits, 0 runs, no walks. He did get his first K in a Spuds uniform, as you saw in the post-game highlights from last night. Number 20, Matthew Ramos, another Texas product, a sophomore at Nelson University from Temple, Texas. also went a solid inning, gave up a hit, but got his first strikeout in a Spuds uniform as well. And to go 3 for 3, number 27, Kylan DePorter, a sophomore at Oakton College, right here from Casper, Wyoming. Debuted and went a solid inning, gave up a hit, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, 2 hit by pitches, a little bit nervous stepping onto the mound for the first time for the Spuds, but he did get his first strikeout as well. Just like the 2 who came before him, DePorter closing out the game in the 9th inning. As we turn to the man on the mound for the Casper Spuds, number 23, Jake Martinez, senior at Nelson University in Waxahachie, Texas. From Houston is Martinez. His last outing on June 6th versus the Zap was out of the pen. He went an inning and 2/3. Gave up 1 hit, his first earned run as well on the season. No walks, 2 hit batsmen. But as usual, striking batters out, 3 Ks for Jake. That'll bring his total to 11 on the season. He's pitched a total of 11 innings. He does have a win. Looking for his second here as we're set for game 2 at Mike Lansing Field. The first pitch to the leadoff man, Christian Loera, will be in there. Strike 1 to the shortstop of the Sodbusters. Loera went 2 for 2 yesterday with a run scored, an RBI, and 2 walks. The 0-1 from Martinez. He's going to get a big wave and a miss. And Loera quickly in an 0-2 hole here. Martinez talked before the game about attacking that strike zone and controlling what he can control on the mound. The 0-2 will miss a bit low. 1-2 now to Loera. After last night, Loera 6 for 18 here in the season. All 6 hits have been singles. Good for a .333 batting average, though. The 1-2 to him will be half swung at, kind of chopped at, and he'll foul it off into the Spuds dugout to stay alive and keep the count at 1-2. Loera, his other totals here early in the ILB season. 3 RBIs, 5 runs scored, 9 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases yet to be caught. Is the shortstop from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, but he's going to wave and miss at that one. Martinez quickly coming out, attacking the zone as he mentioned, and he's got his first K here. 1 down in the top of the first inning. Stepping in will be the third baseman, Jaden Shabry, who was 1 for 4 yesterday. He was hit by a pitch in last night's contest. The first one to him will be swung at, and it's going to be over the head of Wilcox at second. Marsick collects and fires it back into the infield. 1 pitch, 1 man on here to the second batter, faced for Jake Martinez. That'll cue up the first baseman, Ryan Jarvis. He's coming to us from Saginaw Valley State University. He hails from Macomb, Michigan. Yesterday, Jarvis 0 for 4. He did have an RBI on a sac fly. Also struck out. As Martinez checks on Shabry. He's yet to steal a bag here this season. But from the eye, it looks like the kid could run. He's got a decent lead over there at first. River Smith holding him close. The 0-0 to Jarvis will miss the outer half. 1-0 to Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis 6 for 19 here in the ILB season. All 6 of his hits have been singles. He's hitting .207, 4 RBIs, 8 runs scored. The 1-0 from Martinez, he tried to go to the same outer half, and he'll miss again. It's now 2-0. Jarvis, 9 walks, 5 Ks, 2 hit by pitches. Stolen 3 bags, has been caught once. The 2-0 to him will be swung on. Elijah Reeves has a beat on it. And he makes the play out there in center, moving a couple steps to his right. 2 down here in the top of the first inning. As the cleanup hitter, left fielder Weston Johnston will step in here. Johnston, 2 for 4 yesterday with an RBI. He also walked and struck out last night. Still leading the team in hits. 15 for 37 is Johnston, the sophomore at Arkansas Tech from Van Alstyne, Texas, as Martinez checks on the runner, and he's going to pick him off at first. Shabary, a little sleepy, getting into the bag, and a great pickoff move by Jake Martinez as he gets out of the inning in order, technically. And we will head to the bottom of the first. Score remains at 0s. We'll be back at Mike Lansing Field. Spuds Nation, I'm here with your catcher tonight and birthday boy, Stone Vasic. How we doing, my man?
How's it going, Moses? Good.
How we feeling before first pitch today?
I'm feeling good. I mean, it's a beautiful day. It's 80 degrees. It's we got Sam on the mound. I mean, there's a recipe for some good things.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. What's the difference for you when you're behind the dish versus just DHing or being in the field? Obviously, a lot more weight on your shoulders when you're catching for the Spuds.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on. I would say there's you got to weigh pitch calling. You got to weigh everything that's going on in the game. Typically, when I hit and I'm not catching, I have a better zone than I would catching because I don't know what he's calling, and I can kind of just be a little more picky, I guess. But it's just kind of how it goes with being a catcher versus a DH.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope I'm not airing out the news, but you recently committed to a new school. How does that feel for you, all the work that you've put in to get to this point, and what are you excited to bring to Central Methodist?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's such a blessing to be able to go on and continue to play baseball, especially going to a junior college with all the transfer portal, COVID, everything going on. 3 years at junior college is never what you plan for, but after an injury and some adversity, you kind of just figure it out, keep going, and keep rolling. I'm excited for the future and excited for what's next to come.
Yep. Well, we got a great ball player here in Stone. It's been a pleasure to get to know him. This is your catcher here today, Stone Vasic.
Thank you, Moses.
Yes, sir, my man. Back here at Mike Lansing Field in the bottom of the first inning, Jake Martinez with a quick 9-pitch inning as we lead off the bottom of the first inning with your center fielder, Elijah Reeves. Reeves 0 for 3 last night with a walk and an RBI. The first pitch from Austin Raines, the man on the mound for the Sodbusters, will miss low, 1-0 to Elijah Reeves. The second one to him will miss low once more. Now 2-0 to Elijah. Although he's in a little bit of a slump, still hitting .385 here in the ILB season. That fastball misses high. The first 3 pitches for Raines, 3 balls. Here's the 3-0. That one will be dropped in there for a strike. Count now 3-1 to Elijah Reeves. Still nearly getting on base at 50% clip, 478 is Elijah, and he'll reach base once more with a 5-pitch walk to lead off the ball game for the Spuds. Stepping in, the left fielder, Trent Rucker. Rucker, a 1 for 4 night last night with an RBI, a walk, a run scored. He did strike out last night as well, but looking to keep the good AB's rolling as he has all season here in a Spuds uniform. The first one to him from Rains will be in at the knees on the inner half, 0-1. Rucker, a senior at Texas State University. Coming to us here just a couple days ago, we're probably reaching a week at this point. The 0-1. He's going to chop it out to center field. Lost it in the sky. It was a chopper out to the second baseman, Chase Miller, and he puts out Rucker. As the shortstop, Jack Opine, steps in here. Opine keeping his double streak rolling. He's got 6 here for the Spuds. 7 hits, 6 of them 2 baggers for Opine. Good stop for the catcher, Reeves breaking, and he's going to be in at second. Great read there by Elijah Reeves. Jude Greaves, the catcher for the Sodbusters. I don't think he was expecting Elijah to break for second, but the speedy Reeves in there safely, and the count 1-0 to Jack Opine. Opine will sky one this time. I see it. It's on the infield. First baseman's got it just in foul territory, and he's going to make the play. Ryan Jarvis trotting over a couple feet to his left in foul grounds and putting out Opine. With 2 down and a man in scoring position, the DH, Hunter Billingsley, will step in here. He ripped a double of his own last night, going 2 for 3. 3 runs scored for Billingsley. He was also hit by a pitch. Hunter Billingsley, as he takes ball 1, hitting .414 here early in the ILB season. Slashing .414, .553, .690 for H. Bills. As the wind is swirling here in Casper. For those of you who have never been here, it'll change on a dime in you. I learned that quickly here in Casper. But the count to Hunter Billingsley is 2-0. Elijah Reeves standing on second. The 2-0 will be dropped in by Rains, 2-1. Austin Rains has pitched in 1 game. It was on June 3rd versus the Fremont Moo. He pitched an inning, allowed 0 hits, 0 runs, no walks, and a K as Billingsley fouls off the 2-1. And the count will be even at 2-2. Rains, a freshman at Dodge City Community College in Dodge City, Kansas. He's from Galveston, Texas. As he comes set. The 2-2 to Billingsley. Will be chopped on the infield. Third baseman coming in, Shabry. He gloves and flips it over to Jarvis on the run. Good collect and throw by Jaden Shabry to put down Billingsley. One man does reach for the Spuds, but to no avail. We head to the second inning. Score remains at 0. We'll be back at Mike Lansing Field.
Canada, the Spuds know how to win. It's more than baseball. It's an outdoor entertainment experience for the whole family. Single game tickets are just $10, and season tickets are available now. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today at spudsbaseball.com.
Spuds Nation, we are here at the party deck at Mike Lansing Field, hosting many birthday parties, many events. It's a beautiful spot to watch a game here at Mike Lansing Field. Many fans don't really know about it as they're normally sitting in the grandstand, but party deck is always available. Reach out to our owners and get in contact to enjoy a beautiful ball game here at Mike Lansing Field. Back at the ballpark here in the top of the second. Still 0-0 as both starting pitchers work around one man reaching. As the wind is really swirling here in Casper. Apologies if you can hear the door behind me rattling, the wind swirling. It really is howling here in Casper. As the man who stepped in before the pickoff to Jaden Shabry steps back up here in the top of the second for the Sodbusters, the left fielder, Weston Johnston. And now, the 0-0 from Jake Martinez will be swung on and missed. 0-1 to Weston Johnston. Sitting 405 here in the ILB season. The 0-1 to the left fielder will be ripped down the right field line, but pulled foul. I should say pushed foul, as Johnston is hitting out of the right batter's box. But the count is 0-2 to him, as Martinez delivers. And that one is going to be hit to Opine. He collects and fires over to River Smith at first. Another man out here for the Sodbusters. As the right fielder, Jackson Crane, steps in now. Crane went 1 for 5 yesterday with a double. He's 3 for 14 on the season. 2 doubles total. Good for 214 batting average. The first pitch to him will be in at the knees on the inner half. 0-1. Crane, a sophomore at Arkansas Tech from Russellville, Arkansas, was previously at Arkansas State University Mountain Home before transferring to Ark Tech. The 0-1 from Martinez misses low and outside. Counts even at 1-1 here in Game 12 of the ILB season. Martinez delivers the 1-1. And a nice slider there. Looking like it was going to drill Crane, but dropping into the inner half of the plate. Now 1-2 to the Sodbusters right fielder. Here's the 1-2. It'll miss a bit outside. 2-2 now. Crane, 3 RBIs here in the season. As Martinez delivers the 2-2, he'll pull that one foul just outside of the third base bag. And it'll keep the count at 2-2. Crane, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He's also been hit by a pitch. As Martinez comes set. The 2-2 once again. Will be ripped to Opine once more. He collects, he bobbles it, but he comes up firing, and on a close play over there at first, Opine collects himself after the little bobble and slings it on over to River Smith. Back-to-back groundouts to the Spuds shortstop. And with 2 down, the DH, Brock Cross, will step in here. Freshman at Washington State University from Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He pitched in yesterday's ball game, going 3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned. The 0-0 to him will miss inside. No walks, 2 Ks. A wild pitch last night for Cross. Batting here on the season, he's 2 for 12 with a double. The 167 batting average. The 1-0. That slider again. Looking like it's going to be inside, but dropping in to the inside of the strike zone. 1-1 to Bratt cross. Two-way player at WSU. The 1-1 will be ripped out to Elijah Reeves in center. He's got a read on it, and he makes the play. 3 up, 3 down, and we head to the bottom of the second. This ball game still scoreless.
Hungry for pizza that hits the spot every time? Order from Papa John's. Made with fresh dough, quality ingredients, and that signature garlic sauce you love. Whether you want classic pepperoni, loaded veggie, or something new, Papa John's delivers hot, fresh, and ready to enjoy. Plus, with easy online ordering and fast delivery, your perfect pizza night is just a few clicks away. Choose Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Life in Casper can throw you curveballs, blizzards, hailstorms, or the unexpected fender bender. That's why your local State Farm agents are here, ready to help you and protect what matters most. From auto and home to life and business, they've got you covered. Visit your Casper agent today and get the coverage you deserve. Local support you can count on. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here in Casper, Wyoming in the bottom of the second inning. Leading off the inning will be the first baseman, River Smith. River 0 for 4 last night. Hit by pitch and struck out. He pulled the first one foul. And the count is 0-1. As some rain is starting to fall here in Casper, Wyoming. Many of the fans heading for some of the overhung areas. 1-1 count to River Smith. Will miss inside once more. Now 2-1 to River Smith. That one from Rains will be pumped in there, evening up the count at 2-2. The 2-2 from Rains will be fouled off by River Smith down the third base line to keep the count at 2-2. River hitting 10 for 27 here in the ILB season. That one will miss outside. Rains wanted the call, but it'll now be 3-2 to River Smith, the junior at MSUB. The payoff will be swung on. Weston Johnston on it, had to overcorrect and dive back to make a little diving catch out there and left. But he will get River Smith to fly out. One man down will set up the third baseman, Cale McCarville. The first one from Rains, similar to Martinez, a nice little slider that caught the inner half, 0-1. McCarville fouls that one straight back, and the count's quickly 0-2 to the redshirt sophomore at Fort Scott Community College. McCarville 0 for 2 last night with a walk. He was hit by a pitch. Did come around to score a run. The 0-2 from Rains will miss outside. 1-2 to Cale McCarville. Cale hitting 9 for 28 here in the ILB season, as he awaits the 1-2 from Rains. He'll sky that one up over the first base side bleachers, and well out of play. The pitcher resets and delivers. That one will be dropped in at the knees. McCarville goes down looking. And now with 2 down, the right fielder, Matt Marsick, will step in here. Marsick having a great night last night, going 2 for 3 with an RBI, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Marsick hitting .343 here in the season. The first one to him from Rains, missed a bit outside. 2 men out here in the bottom of the second inning. The second offering to Marsick will be in there to even up the count at 1-1. Rains looking to match Jake Martinez, who had a 1-2-3 inning of his own in the top half. The third offering to Matt Marsick will skip in there. 2-1 to Matt Marsick. Here's the 2-1 from Rains. It'll miss outside. Now 3-1 to Matt Marsick. He does have 8 walks here this season, but he's going to await his 9th as the count is now full, as Rains pumped in a pitch to the arm side. He's working quickly. The 3-2 will miss low, and Matty Marsick will get his 9th walk here. It'll be a 2-out walk in the bottom of the second inning. That'll set up Caden Wilcox to step in with a man on and 2 down. Rains checking over on Marsick, who does have 5 stolen bases here. First one to Wilcox misses inside, 1-0. Wilcox 1 for 3 last night with a triple. He had an RBI, a walk, a run scored. He did strike out. The 1-0 will be pumped in there by Austin Rains. Count now 1-1 to Caden Wilcox. 7 for 25 here in the ILB season, hitting .280. He does have 7 RBIs. The 1-1 is going to be ripped out to right, pushing back Crane, and it's going to land in the Spuds bullpen over there. Couple feet foul. Count moves to 1-2 to Caden Wilcox. As Rains comes set, Marsick dancing around a bit at first. The 1-2 will be pushed down to the same side, this time landing near the batting cages here at Mike Lansing Field. Count remains 1-2 to the Casper, Wyoming native. Sophomore at DCB, Dakota College at Bottineau. He'll wave and miss at that offering from Rains. Wilcox goes down swinging. And we head to the third frame of the ball game. No team yet to score here. We'll head to the top of the third as Martinez looks to keep it the same way. Craving legendary food and service? Head on down to Texas Roadhouse in Evansville, where the steaks are hand-cut, the rolls are hot and fresh, and the energy is always high. Whether it's a family dinner or a night out with friends, Texas Roadhouse is here for you. Located at 210 Miracle Street, be sure to come hungry, and we know you'll leave happy. Legendary food, legendary service, that's Texas Roadhouse. Looking for bold flavors and great vibes? Swing by Staho's Brewery and Tap Room, the official brewery of your Casper Spuds. Located at 1015 East C Street in Casper, locally brewed beers, rotating taps, and a chill, welcoming atmosphere make it the perfect spot to unwind. Whether you're a craft beer connoisseur or just looking to try something new, Staho's has a pour waiting for you. Great beer, great people, that's the Staho's way. See you there and go Spuds! Back at Mike Lansing Field, score still 0-0 here in the top of the third inning. Leading off the inning for the visiting Sodbusters will be the catcher, Jude Greaves. Greaves 3 for 4 last night with a double. He also came around and scored a run. The first pitch to him from Martinez will again be inside at the knees, strike one. The 0-1 will just miss on the outer half. Count now 1-1 to the Sodbusters catcher. Combined Hastings and Sodbusters there. The 1-1 to Greaves will be swung on and missed. 1-2. Greaves, a sophomore at Metropolitan Community College from Oak Grove, Missouri. Hitting .278 here in the ILB season with a .500 on-base percentage. The 1-2 to him will be swung on and missed. Back-to-back swinging strikes. And Martinez tacks on another K here early in the ballgame. With one down, stepping in will be the center fielder, Jet Hannaford. Hannaford, a sophomore at Arkansas State University Mountain Home from Mountain Home, Arkansas, went 1 for 4 last night with a double. He did strike out 2 times. The 0-0 to Hannaford will be in at the belt. 0-1. Hannaford, 7 for 21 here in the ILB season. Good for a .333 batting average. The second pitch, just a bit low. Count now 1-1 to Jet Hannaford. If you were here on the broadcast yesterday, his slash line was the same number for all three. That's the case for on-base percentage, as that's at .333, but slug is up to .381 after the double yesterday. He'll fight off that 1-1 pitch and rip it into the backstop netting. 1-2 to the Sodbusters center fielder. He has struck out 5 times here this season after the 2K night last night. Yet to walk. If he does get on, he's a threat on the base pass with 5 stolen bases. The 1-2 to Hannaford will be chopped. Opine over, he collects and bobbles it, and he's unable to get a throw off. Hannaford will reach on the error charged to Jack Opine there. Spuds can turn the inning-ending double play with 1 out, but with a man on first, the 9-hole hitter, Chase Miller, the Sodbusters' second baseman, stepping in here. The first one to Miller will catch the inner half, 0-1. Miller, a sophomore at Saginaw Valley State University. SVSU is in University Center, Michigan. Miller hails from Walkerton, Indiana. He'll chop another one to Opine. He collects that one over to Wilcox on second. Throw's not going to be in time at first. They will get the lead runner. Good job by Opine to calm himself and flip it to his second baseman, Caden Wilcox. Spuds head coach Will Iannacone out for a conversation with the home plate umpire. The home plate umpire here tonight is Scott Roberts. Tom Day out in the field. Similar situation, but this time with 2 outs. We'll go to the top of the order for the Sodbusters. The shortstop, Christian Loera, will step in here. The first one to him will miss a bit low. 1-0. Loera grounding out in his striking out in his first AB to lead off the ball game. He'll rip that one past a diving Wilcox at second. Miller will advance to second. And with 2 down and 2 out, Martinez looking to get out of a mini jam that's been created here. Jaden Shabry stepping in for the Hastings Sodbusters. He had their first hit of the ball game in the first inning. The first one to him will miss low and outside. 1-0 to Christian Loera. Moreira will chop that one to McCarville at third. He gloves and flips it over to River Smith at first. Martinez will strand 2-man on base. And the score will remain at 0s as we head to the bottom of the third inning here at Mike Lansing Field.
When it comes to reliable infrastructure, Dura-Line and Casper is leading the way. As a trusted manufacturer of high-performance conduit and cable protection, Dura-Line helps power the connections that keep Wyoming and the world running strong. From broadband to energy, their innovative solutions are built to last in any environment. Represented in Casper, trusted everywhere, Dura-Line, creating connections that matter.
This season, fuel your Spud spirit with the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi, one of the official drinks of your Casper Spuds. Whether you're cheering from the stands or the couch, Pepsi is the perfect game day companion. Ice cold, bold, and made for fans like you. Grab a Pepsi and let's go Spuds. Back at Mike Lansing Field here in the bottom of the third inning. Leading off the home half of the third will be the birthday boy, Stone Vasic, who's doing the catching tonight for the Spuds. Austin Rains, still yet to give up a hit, will pump in a first pitch strike to Stone Vasic. Rains has walked 2 men here in this ball game. Vasic will chop that one to the third baseman, Shabry. He fires it over to first, but a high throw will pull Ryan Jarvis off the bag. He did make the catch using the bag as a little trampoline over there to avoid any further damage. But a leadoff throwing error will have a man on for the top of the order in Elijah Reeves. Reeves walking to lead off the ball game in the first inning. Looking for a hit here. The 0-0 from Rains will miss low. Count now 1-0 to Elijah Reeves. That one misses outside. 2-0 to Elijah Reeves. The 2-0 will be swung on and skied up over the first base side bleachers, pushing the count to 2-1. As Rains comes set, the 2-1 will be ripped to the second baseman. His only play is to flip it on over to first. He will get Reeves there, but the lead runner advancing into second safely. With 1 down, Trent Rucker will step in here. Rucker takes a first pitch strike on the inner half, now 0-1. That one skied just over our heads here in the press box. It's quickly 0-2 to Trent Rucker. He rips that one up over our heads again here in the press box as he stays alive in the 0-2 count. Rucker popped out to the second base in the first inning. The 0-2 will miss low. 1-2 to Trent Rucker. As Rains steps off the mound, and his catcher, Jude Greaves, will sync up with his starting pitcher. After the quick mound visit from the catcher, count 1-2, 1 man down here in the bottom of the third inning. Stone Vasic standing at second, hoping to be the first run in this ball game. That 1-2 will miss low to even up the count at 2-2. As Rains comes set, here's the 2-2. It'll miss inside and high. Count has run full. Great job again by Trent Rucker. He's been doing it all season long. Even when he drops into an 0-2 count, he fights his way, selects his pitches, and pushes it full. And after falling 0-2, he'll earn himself a walk. Beautiful plate appearance there from Trent Rucker. With 2 men on and still only 1 out, the shortstop, Jack Opine, will step in here. He fouled out to the third baseman in his first plate appearance in the first inning. As he awaits the 0-0 from Rains. It'll be high. The next pitch to him misses outside. Now 2-0 to Jack Opine. Five straight balls from Austin Rains will push the count to 3-0 for the Spuds shortstop. Looking to reach base. Anyway, the 3-0 will be in at the belt, 3-1. Opine skies that one on the first base side. It'll land on the first base side bleachers as a young fan over there collects it off the bounce. Count will be full to Jack Opine. Rains comes set. The payoff will be chopped to the first baseman. He flips it on over to Rains, who takes a spill at first. Tom Day calling him safe here at first, and Opine, as the pitcher Rains, who was covering after his first baseman Ryan Jarvis, fielded it for him. The umpires are going to come together for a little meeting here. At the moment, the bases are loaded for the Spuds after Opine was called safe at first. Rains, obviously a little upset at the call, thought he held the bag. He went down covering the bag. If that hadn't been the case, he for sure beat Opine to the bag. Nice easy flip from Ryan Jarvis from a couple feet away. And the umpires are going to call Opine safe over there at first. The head coach, Josh Printer, giving an earful to the umpire in the field, Tom Day. A call to the benefit of the Spuds here. And the bases will be loaded. Still with only 1 out. The DH, Hunter Billingsley, steps in here. He grounded out to third to end the first inning. He swings at the first pitch he sees and grounds it under the third baseman's glove over there at first. The throw gets away from the catcher at home, and Trent Rucker will come in to score too. Billingsley with an RBI single, and on the throwing error from Weston Johnston, another run will score. Spuds lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Opine advancing over to third. Billingsley advancing to second on the throwing error. Still only one down as head coach Josh Printer out for a mound visit with the entire infield here. Great first pitch swinging there from Hunter Billingsley. Just getting it under the glove of the third baseman, Jaden Shawbury, who dove, trying to at minimum knock the ball down to keep it in the infield. Rucker came around the third base bag hard. Might have startled Weston Johnston as he fired it all the way home. Looked like the catcher, Jude Greaves, wasn't prepared for the laser from the left fielder that was offline. And the Spuds get some extra bases and an extra run as River Smith, your Spuds first baseman, steps in here. The first pitch after the mound visit will be low from Austin Raines. Smith popped out to left in his first AB. He's going to rip that one to left once again. Short left, so Opine fakes like he's running home as Johnston fires it in to the cutoff man. And the runners stay put with two down. Cale McCarville will step in here. First one to McCarville misses 1-0. McCarville with a big hack on the 1-0 pitch, fouling it into the first base side netting, evening up the count at 1-1. Wind still swirling here in Casper. The 1-1 to McCarville will miss high, now 2-1. The 2-1 will miss high once more, pushing the count to 3-1 for Cale McCarville, who went down looking in the second inning. Looking to put the ball in play, I should say, 3-1. He's going to wave and miss at that one. Count now full to Cale McCarville. Opine on third, Billingsley on second. McCarville at the plate as Raines comes set. Here's the 3-2. It'll be swung on and missed. McCarville goes down swinging. The Spuds do get on the board first here in the bottom of the third inning, putting up a 2 spot. We head to the fourth. Spuds lead it 2-0.
Stay informed with KTWO, Casper's home for breaking news, weather, and local stories that matter to you. From sunrise to sign off, our team brings you the coverage you can count on. KTWO, your news, your station. For home improvement done right, head to Sutherland's. From lumber and tools to paint and patio furniture, we've got everything you need to tackle your next project. Sutherland's, helping Casper build better every day.
If you're visiting Casper for business, adventure, or just passing through town, Best Western has you covered. With clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, and a staff that treats you like family, you'll feel right at home, whether near or far. With 3 convenient locations, Best Western in Casper is your base camp for everything Wyoming. Book your stay and rest easy today. Back here at Mike Lansing Field in the top of the 4th inning. Spuds lead it 2-0. Leading off the away half of the 4th inning will be the first baseman, Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis 0 for 1 here today. He popped out to center field. The first pitch to him in the second at bat will miss outside, 1-0. The 1-0 from Martinez will miss low and away. Count pushes to 2-0. The 2-0 offering for Martinez will be a bit inside. Jarvis scooting out of the way of that one. Count now 3-0 to the Sodbusters first baseman. The 3-0 will miss inside once more. 4-pitch walk to lead off the top of the 4th inning for the Sodbusters. Stepping up to the dish will be the left fielder, Weston Johnston. Johnston, prior to this game, slashing .405, .522, and .568. Good for a 1.089 OPS. Here comes that slider. Back inside, catching the inner half of the plate. 0-1 to Weston Johnston. Johnston grounding out to short in his first AB. The 0-1 will be ripped just foul. And quickly, Martinez back on track after the 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning. He's got the second man to appear in an 0-2 hole here. Martinez checking on the runner at first. He focuses back up on the batter. Time called by Weston Johnston. Martinez staying right where he is, locked in. Liking the feel right now, having Johnston in an 0-2 hole. Here's the delivery. It'll be swung on. Martinez collects. He flips it to Opine at second, who apparently didn't hold the bag. It would have been a double play. Regardless, great reactionary catch there by Jake Martinez. They'll get the man at first in Johnston. So there will be one down in the inning. But the leadoff man who walked, Ryan Jarvis, advances to second. The right fielder, Jackson Crane, stepping in here. He grounded out to Opine in the top of the second inning. The 0-0 to him. will catch Jackson Crane. 2 men on here with only 1 out. Stone Vasic walks the ball out to his pitcher Jake Martinez for a brief pickup conversation. The DH, Bratt Cross, stepping in now. He flew out to Elijah Reeves in center to end the 2nd inning. That was a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Martinez as he looks for another ground ball, hopefully this time for an inning-ending double play. Or he'll do it himself as he pumps in strike 1 to Bratt Cross. Martinez does have 2 Ks here already in this ball game. The 0-1 will miss outside. 1-1 to Bratt Cross. The 1-1 from Martinez will be skied down the right field line, but pushed well foul. Count moves to 1-2. We know Martinez has strikeout stuff. He's shown it all season long here, as he now has 13 Ks in the ILB season. Long hold for Martinez. Here's the 1-2. It'll be skied down the right field line again, but pushed well foul once again. Count remains 1-2 to Bratt Cross. The 1-2 once again will be flailed at by Cross. And he pushes it just foul, landing just outside of the foul line down there and right. We'll do the 1-2 once more. Martinez not wanting to give in by throwing a waste pitch. These last 3 pitches all close to the strike zone. Drawing out a swing from Bratt Cross. Let's see if he can put him away here. The 1-2 will miss a bit outside. 2-2 to the Sodbusters DH. Man on second, man on first. 1-2 count with 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Martinez with the 1-2 once again. And Cross not wanting to give in here, fouling off numerous pitches as this at-bat lengthens. Apologies, the count is 2-2. Everything else was correct. And we'll do the 2-2 once again. Martinez about to deliver, and Bratt Cross with a late time granted. I love how Martinez doesn't step off. He's coming at you, whether you like it or not. And the 2-2 once again. Here's the delivery. This time it's going to be in play, driving Matt Marsick back out in right. A couple steps in front of the warning track, he'll make the play. Tagging will be Weston Johnston, as he's now on third. With 2 down and runners on the corners, the catcher, Jude Greaves, steps in here. Looking to put the Sodbusters in the run column with a man 90 feet away from home plate. Martinez looking to keep them at 0 with 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Jude Greaves. 0-1. Apologies for the dark camera there. I didn't realize I had control up here in the booth. Just found out something new. Here's the 0-1. That one chopped on the infield. Smart play by Stone Vasic to wait for it to roll foul. And instead of the bases being loaded, it'll be an 0-2 count here to Jude Greaves. This one's been giving me a challenge all series long. Greaves from Oak Grove, Missouri, looking to fight back as the count is 0-2 to him. Greaves struck out swinging in his first AB. Here's the second, the 0-2 will be ripped to Martinez. He knocks it down and collects and tosses it over to his first baseman, River Smith. He strands 2 more runners, does Jake Martinez, and keeps the Hastings Sodbusters off the board. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Spuds still lead it 2-0. At Banner Health, Wyoming Medical Center, your health is a priority. From emergency care to everyday checkups, the Casper team is here for you, providing trusted care close to home. Banner Health, excellence in every heartbeat. At Central Wyoming Counseling Center in Casper, your mental well-being matters. From everyday counseling to crisis services, we are here to help you heal, grow, and thrive. Hope starts here at CWCC. Looking for your next adventure? Visit Casper, where the wide open spaces meet unforgettable experiences. From hiking around Casper Mountain to casting a line in the North Platte River, there's something for everyone. Make memories that only happen here. Visit Casper. At Platte Valley Bank in Casper, we're more than just a bank, we're your neighbor. Whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or planning for the future, our local team is here to help you every step of the way. Platte Valley Bank. Bank on the Valley, bank on us. Back at the ballpark here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Spuds still lead it 2-0 after Jake Martinez strands 2 runners in the top of the 4th inning, Leading off the home half of the 4th inning for your Casper Spuds will be the right fielder, Matt Marsick. Marsick earning a walk in his first plate appearance. Looking to reach base once again against Austin Raines, who's still on the mound for the Sodbusters. His first one to Marsick will be a called strike 1. Raines, through 3 innings, has given up 2 hits, 2 runs, neither of those being earned, as Marsick skies that one down the left field line but pushes it way foul. 0-2 to Matt Marsick. Raines, 3 walks, 3 Ks, a pitch away from his 4th. He will miss high though, and the count is now 1-2 to Matt Marsick. Close pitch there, but good eye by Matt Marsick. Count now 2-2 to the Spuds right fielder. He fouls that one off himself, but he'll stay alive, and the count remains 2-2 to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th inning for your Casper Spuds. Rains is set. The 2-2. Marsick swings at that one, fouling it off once more. Count remains 2-2. That one misses, and Marsick, after falling in an 0-2 count, has worked it full. He'll go down, wave, and a miss at that one. Marsick goes down swinging. And that'll cue up the second baseman, Caden Wilcox, who struck out in the 2nd inning. Back-to-back Ks for Austin Rains going back to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Wilcox, after taking a first pitch strike, will rip it the other way out to right field, and he's on with a 1-out single. The birthday boy, Stone Vasic, stepping in for his 2nd plate appearance. In the first one, he reached on an error on a wild throw by the 3rd baseman, Jaden Shabry. First one to Vasic, misses inside, 1-0. To Stone, who I had the pleasure of chatting with before this ball game got underway. Funny guys, Stone Vasic. Here's the 1-0. That one ripped out to right once again, pushing him back. It looks like he's got a read on it, though, on the warning track. And Jackson Crane will put down Stone Vasic. 2 down with Wilcox standing on first. As we go back to the top of the order for your Spuds, Elijah Reeves stepping in here. He walked to lead off this ball game. Grounded out to the 2nd baseman in the 3rd. A fielder's choice in that 2nd at bat. In the 3rd, he'll take ball 1 low. As Wilcox breaks for 2nd, the throw is going to skip into center field. Smart of Wilcox to stay there, not wanting to make the 3rd out at 3rd base. But he will advance to 2nd with a stolen base. His 3rd of the season. He's still yet to be thrown out. Back to the man at the plate, Elijah Reeves, sitting in a 1-0 count now with a runner in scoring position. As the Spuds would love a 2-out RBI here from Elijah Reeves. Austin Rains, with other ideas, pumps in strike 1. Great stop there by the catcher Jude Greaves. Golly gee. And the count is 3-1. Apologies to Elijah Reeves. He will chop that one to the 2nd baseman. Miller flips it on over to Jarvis at first. 3 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As the Spuds leave a man on 2nd, we head to the 5th frame of this ball game. They still lead 2-0.
Craving comfort food anytime, day or night? Head to Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Whether it's pancakes at midnight, burgers for breakfast, or coffee to fuel your day, Denny's has you covered. With friendly service, affordable prices, and something for everyone, it's the perfect spot to gather, relax, and dig in. So why wait? Swing by Denny's today, where good food and great memories are always on the menu.
Each day the sun will rise and fall. We face challenges, the oil field evolves, and Vault finds solutions. Privately owned with a singular focus on wellhead products and services, Vault Pressure Control was built from the ground up to face the industry challenges head on. With safety at our core, Vault's equipment and services are engineered to provide versatile solutions to fit your operational needs. Experience the evolution of wellhead.
Back here at Mike Lansing Field in the top of the 5th inning. Spuds lead 2-0. Only 5 hits combined here as we reach the 5th inning of this ball game. Spuds got 3 of those. The Sodbusters have 2. They match that number with 2 errors to the Spuds 1. Leading off the 5th inning for the Hastings Sodbusters will be the center fielder, Jet Hannaford. Hannaford reached on an error in his first plate appearance. He's going to foul that one off himself here in his second, and it's 0-1. Martinez pitching a beautiful game here in the 5th inning. Working around the minimal traffic that he's allowed. The 0-1 to Hannaford will miss outside, and the count's even at 1-1. Martinez set. Here's the 1-1. It'll be chopped just outside of the right field line over there, out in right. And the count to the Sodbusters center fielder now 1-2. Martinez looking for his 3rd K of the day. Here's the 1-2. It'll be waved at and missed. Hannaford with a lackadaisical swing there that pulls him out of the box. And Martinez will end up with his 3rd K of this ball game. As we go to the 9-hole hitter, now with 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. The second baseman, Chase Miller, steps in now. Miller grounding into a fielder's choice in his first appearance. Martinez pumping in a strike. A first pitch strike at that in this second appearance from Chase Miller. Here's the 0-1. That one skied out to center field. The speedy Elijah Reeves is under it out in right center. And he calls off Matt Marsick as he makes the catch out there. Couple feet from the warning track. Miller putting a good drive into that ball. But Elijah Reeves could dang near cover the entire outfield by himself with the speed that he has. Two up, two down here in the top of the fifth inning. As we go back to the top of the order for the Sodbusters, the shortstop, Christian Loera, in now. Loera rips the first pitch he sees. It's off of Martinez's glove. Opine collects and on the run fires over to River Smith at first. 3 up, 3 down here for Jake Martinez in the top of the fifth inning. The score remains the same. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 2-0 Spuds.
Looking to get active and connect with your community? The YMCA of Natrona County and Casper has something for everyone. State-of-the-art fitness equipment, youth programs, swim lessons, and more. Whether you're chasing goals or just getting started, the Y is here for you. Visit CasperYMCA.org and join a community that moves you forward. Action Glass is here for all your residential glass needs. Shower doors and enclosures, window replacements and repairs. Again, call Action Glass at 307-266-1111.
Back at the ballpark here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Don't forget to follow your Spuds on Instagram at Spuds Baseball for all the Spuds content you want and need. Leading off the home half of the fifth inning will be the left fielder, Trent Rucker. New pitcher on the mound for the Hastings Sodbusters is number 10, Chase Phillips, as he misses on the first pitch here in the ball game. That time it catches the inner half. Count now 1-1 to Trent Rucker, who's 0 for 1 here today with a walk. Popped out to the second baseman in the first inning. Count now 2-1 to Trent Rucker. Phillips, a sophomore at Metropolitan Community College, is from Aurora, Nebraska. The 2-1 misses outside, now 3-1 to Trent Rucker. In 5 games, Phillips has a 3.48 ERA, 10.1 innings pitched. That one skied high and short right. The second baseman calling off the right fielder as he backpedals, and Chase Miller puts out Trent Rucker in short right. 1 down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Stepping in will be the shortstop, Jack Opine. Opine fouled out in his first plate appearance and reached on an error in his second. The first pitch to him from from Phillips, was pumped in there for a strike. The second one fouled off by Opine just outside of the first base bag, now 0-2. Quickly to the Spuds shortstop. Here's the 0-2. That one chopped to his counterpart at short, as Loera fires over to first in time to get Opine. 2 up, 2 down here for the Spuds in the 5th inning, as the DH, Hunter Billingsley, looks to provide his 2 cents and extend this inning for your Casper Spuds. Billingsley 1 for 2 today with an RBI. First one to him, misses low. 1-0. Phillips on the season, he's blown a save. 7 hits allowed, 4 runs, all of those earned. 7 walks, 13 Ks. The second offering from him, well, he swung on and missed by Hunter Billingsley, and the count's evened up at 1-1. The 1-1 swung on and missed again. Count now 1-2 to Hunter Billingsley. Here's the 1-2. Billingsley gets a piece of wood on it. It's going to be right to the right fielder, Jackson Crane, who makes the play. 3 up, 3 down here for the Spuds in the bottom of the 5th inning, as the score remains the same, heading to the 6th. Spuds lead it 2-0.
Ready to hit the road? Smith RV Sales and Service in Casper has everything you need, from new and used RVs to expert repairs and parts. Family owned and locally trusted. We'll help you gear up for your next great adventure. Smith RV, we can get you there. When you need it done right, call the right guy in Casper. From handyman services, painting, and home repairs and remodeling, no job is too big or too small. Trusted, reliable, and local. The right guy gets it done right the first time. Craving legendary pizza and a family-friendly buffet? Head to the Pizza Ranch, located at 5011 East 2nd Street. Load up on hot pizza, crispy chicken, and our famous cactus bread. Perfect for family nights, team celebrations, or just feeding those cravings. Swing on by or order online at pizzaranch.com, where every meal is a hit.
Back at the ballpark in the 6th inning, leading off for the Sodbusters will be the third baseman, Jaden Shabry. Shabry 1 for 2 here today. Martinez back out for his 6th inning of work. He'll get a swinging foul tip on the first pitch to Shabry. The final line for Austin Raines, the starter for the Sodbusters, 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, none of those earned. 3 walks, 4 Ks for Raines. The 0-1 from Martinez will miss just a bit low, and the count's even at 1-1. Phillips out of the pen for the Sodbusters with a 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th inning. Martinez looking to match that. Here's the 1-1. It'll miss outside. 2-1 now to Jaden Shabry. Shabry from Boulder Creek, California. Sitting here in a 2-1 count. Here's the delivery from Martinez. That one misses just a bit outside, and the count is now 3-1 to Jaden Shabry. The 3-1 will be ripped to McCarville at third. He's unable to collect it. And Shabry will reach either on an infield single or an error charge to Cale McCarville. Funny, as I fat-fingered his graphic for normally when he steps up. And the ball's hit to him on the next pitch. With the leadoff man on, stepping in will be the first baseman, Ryan Jarvis. He's 0 for 1 here today with the walk. The 0-0 to Jarvis will miss outside. 1-0. Martinez gets the signs. And checks on the runner at first. Martinez with a nice pickoff move, a quick snap over to first. And knock on wood, but it's always on target over to first base. As he refocuses on Jarvis at the dish. The 1-0 to him will be swung on and flared. That'll land just in fair territory out and right. Marsick collects and fires it into the infield just as Shabry reaches third. First and third here in the top of the 6th inning for the Hastings Sodbusters. As one of the more dangerous hitters in this Sodbusters lineup, left fielder Weston Johnston steps in now. The only man with the home run for this Sodbusters team. That one tattooed, and it's going to get over Trent Rucker's head out and left. A run will score. They're waving home the second one, and he's going to be in there as Wilcox eats it, just getting the ball as Jarvis crosses home. And quickly here in the top of the 6th inning, this ball game is tied. Shabry reaching on an error as it was credited to Cale McCarville. Jarvis singling out to short right field, just tucking it in fair territory. And Weston Johnston on a first pitch swing, doubles out to left field, scoring 2. As Matt Jeffrey on out of the dugout for a mound visit with everyone in the infield. Martinez looking to settle himself after the first 3 men have reached here in the top of the 6th inning for the Sodbusters. The 5-hole hitter, right fielder Jackson Crane, steps in with his teammate Johnston on second. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Crane 0 for 1 here today. He has been hit by a pitch. The first one to him will miss outside. 1-0 to Jackson Crane. The 1-0 for Martinez will be ripped to McCarville. Opine collects, and as he was in deep short, nearly playing a deep third position there as he fielded it, he eats the throw, not wanting to risk a throwing error. Another man has reached here for the Sodbusters, make that 4 straight Sodbusters hitters. And that'll cue up the DH, Brock Cross, who's 0 for 2 here today. Martinez looking for an out somehow, some way. Johnston on second, Crane at first. Here's the first one to Cross. It'll be ripped into the backstop netting. 0-1. To the Sodbusters DH here today. Martinez keeping an eye on Johnston. The 0-1 will miss a bit low. Count evens up at 1-1. As the sun peeking through, creating some interesting shadows all over the field. It looks like the sun is right in Martinez's eye. Let's see if he can power through. The 1-1 will be ripped out to Rucker in left. This time he's under it. And he fires it back in quickly. Runners stay put. And the Spuds get a big first out. Queuing up an inning-ending double play here to get out of the inning without further damage. The catcher, Jude Greaves, steps in now. He's 0 for 2 here today with a K. The 0-0 to the Sodbusters catcher will miss a bit low. Martinez getting stung for the first time here in this ball game. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss there from the Sodbusters catcher. Count evens up at 1-1. The 1-1 from Martinez will be ripped to Opine. 6-4. And Wilcox bobbles at second. He picks it back up as he's still holding the bag to confirm the out at second. Crane put out. Johnston advancing to third. Greaves on at first. And with runners at the corners and 2 down, the center fielder, Jet Hannaford, will step in here with a chance to give the Sodbusters the lead for the first time in this ball game. Hannaford 0 for 2 with the K. The 0-0 to him will miss just a bit outside. 1-0. Hannaford from Mountain Home, Arkansas, played football at Mountain Home High School. The 1-0 to him will be skied. Looks like it's just going to... Oh, and River Smith up against the dugout over there for the Casper Spuds. Unable to make a tough play. Count now 1-1 to Hannaford, who gets another life after avoiding fouling out to River Smith. 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the 1-1. As the runner goes, Vasic not risking throwing the ball away, or Johnston breaking as soon as he let goes for the plate. Smart move as Hannaford's in a 1-2 count here. Martinez looking for a big third out. The 1-2 will miss just a bit inside. Now 2-2 to the man from Arkansas, Mountain Home, Arkansas. The 2-2 to Hannaford. He wanted to go, but that pitch sailed too far outside as he held on and pushes the count full. Good stop by Stone Vasic as well, shooting off to his right. 3-2 pitch here. Will be right down the middle. Called strike 3. Hannaford goes down looking. The Sodbusters do tie up this ball game at 2. But we head to the bottom of the 6th with the score staying right there. We'll be right back at Mike Lansing Field.
It's the crack of the bat, roar of the crowd, and an ice-cold Budweiser in your hand. Budweiser is the perfect companion to every pitch, hit, and home run. Brewed for those who live for the game and savor the moment. This season, make it a Bud. Budweiser. This Bud is for you. Racca's is committed to bringing the best parts of old world quality food and service in a dynamic, fun, and inviting atmosphere where you experience a true taste of Italian hospitality. No passport required. Head to Racca's Pizzeria right here in downtown Casper. Quality Brands is a family-owned and operated beer, wine, spirits, and non-alcoholic beverage distributor, with 8 warehouses in Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, and South Dakota, proudly representing the best beverage brands in the industry. Check out Quality Brands of Casper to strike out your thirst.
Back at Mike Lansing Field here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sodbusters not up the game at 2 in the top half of the 6th. Spuds looking to regain the lead here. Leading off the inning will be your first baseman, River Smith. Chase Phillips still on the mound for the Sodbusters after a quick 1-2-3 inning out of the pen. The first one to Smith missed outside. It's 1-0. Smith has flown out to left in both at-bats here in this one. And he's taken 2 balls in his third plate appearance here. Phillips working quickly. He's going to miss outside once more. Now 3-0 to the Spuds first baseman. Phillips will drop in a strike as Smith was getting ready to throw his bat toward the dugout. Count now 3-1. Smith rips that one out to center field. Hannaford has got a read on it. And out in left center, he makes a nice running catch to put away River Smith. The third baseman, Cale McCarville, gonna step in now with a man down in the 6th inning. Cale struck out looking in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 3rd. First one to him misses high. Second one misses outside. Count now 2-0 to Cale McCarville. Phillips works quickly, and it's 3-0 to Cale McCarville. The 3-0 will miss high. 4-pitch walk to Cale McCarville. Let's see if that can generate some offense for the Spuds. The right fielder, Matt Marsick, steps in here. Marsick with a walk in the 2nd inning. He struck out swinging in the 4th inning. After the brief meeting between the shortstop, third baseman, and pitcher, Phillips checks over on McCarville at first. The first one to Marsick misses outside, now 1-0. 5 straight balls from Chase Phillips. McCarville does have a stolen base this season. He's yet to be caught on the one attempt. The count to Marsick after that one by Phillips is pumped in there is 1-1. Marsick rips that one out to left. And Johnston makes a nice catch on the run. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Caden Wilcox steps in with McCarville on first and 2 down here in the home half of the 6th inning. Wilcox struck out in the 2nd, singled in the 4th. That one skied down the first base line, but it's going to end up on the party deck over there, 0-1. Phillips has looked good out of the pen for the Sodbusters. The 0-1 to Wilcox will be ripped and get down in the outfield gap. McCarville is being waved home after the center fielder bobbled that ball, and the throw gets away from the cutoff man. The Sodbusters with uninflicted errors. Self-inflicted errors, I should say. And the Spuds take a 3-2 lead here with 2 down in the 6th inning. On the double there from Caden Wilcox. Stone Vasic will step in here with another man in scoring position for the Spuds. He swings at the first pitch he sees and rips it into the first base side netting. Vasic reached on an error in his first at-bat. He flew out to right in his second. The 0-1 to Stone Vasic will miss low. Counts evened up at 1-1. Vasic puts a drive into that one out to straightaway center field. Hannaford gets underneath it and makes the play. Caden Wilcox with the big swing in the inning, re-giving the Spuds the lead. We head to the 7th. Spuds lead it 3-2.
When it comes to tires, brakes, and peace of mind, trust Les Schwab Tire Center. With 2 convenient Casper locations, you'll get expert service, free tire checks, and the care you deserve. Les Schwab, doing the right thing matters. From garage doors to openers, trust the Overhead Door Company of Casper. Reliable, quality service you can count on. Locally owned and proudly serving Casper. Overhead Door, the genuine, the original.
back in Casper here in the top of the 7th inning. Spuds retake the lead 3-2. Pinch hitting for the Hastings Sodbusters is going to be number 4, Drew Vega. Pinch hitting for Chase Miller in this at-bat. Miller was 0 for 2 here today. Vega 0 for 4 last night with a run scored as he was hit by a pitch. Martinez back on the mound for the Spuds. Glad to see him, as he does deserve a win here after the performance he's put up in this one. The first one to the pinch hitter Vega will miss low. It's 1-0 to the redshirt sophomore at Arkansas Tech. The 1-0 for Martinez will miss outside, now 2-0. Martinez set. The 2-0 will miss just a bit low. Count now 3-0 to Drew Vega. The 3-0 will be in at the belt, 3-1. Would love to keep the leadoff man off here in the top of the 7th. Spuds with a one-run lead. The 3-1 will be chopped, and it's going to get past Opine as he dives in the hole at short. Unable to come up with it as Vega comes in and gets his first hit of the series here. Martinez Day is going to be done as Will Iannacone comes out after the leadoff single. Great outing from Jake. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, only one of those earned. 4 Ks, 1 walk for Jake Martinez. He's going to pass it over to another Texan here. We'll take a brief pause as Brendan Reed gets warmed up. back at the ballpark. Don't forget to follow your Casper Spuds on Facebook for all the Spuds information. Right-hander out of the pen for the Casper Spuds will be Brendan Reed, the man out of Round Rock, Texas, coming to us from Howard Payne University. He had an electric debut, to say the least, for the Spuds, as he pumps in a first pitch strike to the top of the order of the Sodbusters, the shortstop, Christian Loera. Reed was credited with the win in his debut. 4.2 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, none of those earned. As he checks over on Vega, and that one's going to skip away as Vega advances to second. Reed, 8 Ks in his Spuds debut. No walks, no hit by pitch. A 1.67 .167 batting average against. As Loera now shows bunt with a man in scoring position, he pulls back as the pitch from Reed was high. Reed at Howard Payne is majoring in engineering sciences as he aspires to be a mechanical engineer. The 1-1 will be dropped in there by Brendan Reed. Good pitch as Loera, who was showing bunt, once again pulled back, but it was a called strike. The 1-2 from Brendan Reed will miss just a bit outside, and the count evens up at 2-2. Loera 1 for 3 today with a K. Here's the 2-2 to him. He will sky that one down the right field line, but it's going to end up landing on the party deck as the count remains at 2-2. Reed in 2023 for Howard Payne appeared in 12 games, where he struck out 44 batters in 67 1/3 innings pitched. That one chopped to McCarville at third. He looks back the runner to second and flips over to River Smith. Big first out here for your Spuds, as it leaves Vega at second. Stepping in now will be the third baseman, Jaden Shabry. He's 1 for 3 here today. He was also hit by a pitch. Runner going, and Vasek with a beautiful throw to get Drew Vega trying to pick up an extra 90 feet. Although he was already in scoring position, the Sodbusters get greedy, and it comes back to bite them, as there's now 2 down here in the inning. The first pitch to Shabry missed for a ball, but great throw by Stone Vasek on the money to Cale McCarville at third. Count is now 2-0 to Jaden Shabry. The 2-0 will miss on the outer half, now 3-0 to Jaden Shabry. The 3-0 will miss high. 4-pitch walk to Jaden Shabry. And the leading run will step in here, the first baseman, Ryan Jarvis, who's 1 for 2 here today with the walk. Shabry with a decent lead at first. Reed Gets Jarvis to chop that one up and over the infield. Marsick with a laser throw to third. It's going to catch the runner, but he will be in safely at third. Reed getting his first bit of trouble here in a Spuds uniform after the debut was just flawless. And with runners on the corners, once again, the man who tied up this ball game earlier in the the sixth inning, Weston Johnston steps in here. He has the 2 RBIs for Hastings. The first one to him misses inside. Count now 1-0. Reed with a called strike on the outer half, and the count is even at 1-1. The 1-1 will be swung on and fouled straight back. Now 1-2 to Weston Johnston. Reed set. The 1-2 will be fouled off once again, this time off of Johnston. Count will remain at 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off again by Weston Johnston as he's fighting in this 1-2 count. Reed getting back on track after a walk and a first or second pitch chopper to Ryan Jarvis, the man on first. He focuses back on the man on the plate, and Johnston, the 1-2, will be fouled off once again. Johnston not giving in here in one of the biggest moments of this ball game. Reed comes set. The 1-2 once again. This time ripped up the middle, just past Jack Opine. Johnston with his 3rd RBI of the ball game, being the powerhouse of the offense here for the Sodbusters. And this ball game's all evened up at 3. Still with 2 men on, Jackson Crane, the right fielder, steps in here. The first one to him misses a bit high. 1-0. The 1-0 from Reed will be a called strike 1. The 1-1 will be at the belt. Now 1-2. The 1-2 from Reed will be a called strike 3. He drops it in there and gets out of the mini jam. The Sodbusters do tie up this ball game as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, 3-3.
Serving Casper and all of Wyoming. Teton Distributors is Wyoming's foremost distributor for America's most beloved beer, craft brews, and non-alcoholic beverages. They keep your favorite drinks flowing. Locally driven, community focused. Teton Distributors. We deliver more than just beverages. Western Energy Fabrication in Casper is your one-stop fabrication shop, specializing in fabrication, welding, consulting, installation, facility manufacturing, design, and project management. Whether it's custom builds or full facility solutions, they deliver quality and precision from start to finish. Western Energy Fabrication, built for Wyoming, built to last.
Back at the ballpark here in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Sodbusters knotting up the game in the top half. Good spot for the Spuds to get a rally going here. It's the top of the order. Elijah Reeves leading off the inning. Elijah 0 for 2 here today with a walk as Chase Phillips pumps in a first pitch strike to him. Phillips doing beautiful work out of the pen for the Sodbusters as that one misses outside. 2 innings here for Phillips. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk. Count now 2-1. As it seesaws back even after the called strike 2. 2-2 count to your Spud center fielder. Here it is. He'll rip that one foul down the first base line. The 2-2. Reeves will go down swinging. It was a drop third strike, but as Reeves was running, he kicked the ball. And he'll go down by way of the K. Trent Rucker, the left fielder, will step in here. As the first pitch to him skips high in a way into the left side, third base side netting. 1-0 to Trent Rucker. The second one to Rucker misses outside, and it's now 2-0. That one in at the knees on the inner half. And the count 2-1 to Trent Rucker. Only time reaching base was by way of the walk. And he's in a position to do so here again. 3-1 to Trent Rucker. Although knowing him, I know he wants to rip one over the right field fence to give the Spuds the lead. But he will take his second walk of the ball game. Trent Rucker earns himself a walk with 1 man out. There is a man on first for the Spud shortstop, Jack Opine. Jack looking for his first hit here today. The first one to him misses high. Another Opine double would be just what the doctor ordered here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 1-0 will be ripped, driving the center fielder Hannaford back. On the warning track, he makes a play. Opine putting a good swing on that one, but unable to find some open grass out there in the outfield. With 2 down, Hunter Billingsley steps in now. Billingsley with an RBI single in the 3rd. That play ended up bringing 2 runs home for the Spuds as there was a throwing error by the left fielder Weston Johnston, who has made up for that error in a big way, putting up 3 RBIs of his own to have the Sodbusters knotted up with the Spuds here at 3-3. The first pitch to Billingsley missed. Here's the 1-0, and that one's going to run inside and catch Billingsley. He'll take off the protective gear and trot down to first as Rucker advances to second base. And with 2 down, River Smith is going to chance here to re-give the Spuds the lead once again. The Spuds first baseman looking for his first hit in this one. Although this ball game is tied, the Sodbusters have doubled up the Spuds in the hit column 8-4. Smith would love a big RBI knock here to re-give the Spuds the lead as Phillips collects himself on the mound. The 0-0 will miss outside. The 1-0 to River Smith. He'll swing. He'll go the other way, but he pushes it just a bit foul. Rucker on second, Billingsley at first. The 1-1 to the Spuds first baseman will be in at the knees. Count now 1-2. Phillips comes set. The 1-2. River Smith will push that one down the third base line, but foul. We'll do the 1-2 once again. 2 men on, 2 men out. The 1-2 to River Smith will miss high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Spuds looking to cash in with the runner in scoring position. Here's the 2-2. It'll miss just a bit outside as some of the Sodbusters started off the field. Count will run full. Both runners will be on the move with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The payoff from Phillips as he steps off before delivering to force Trent Rucker back into second. He comes set once again, and he's going to check on Trent Rucker once again, avoiding the inevitable at the plate here. The runners will be moving regardless, but it might be getting in the head of Phillips. We'll see what he does on the 3-2 And Smith will chop that one through the right side of the infield for a base hit. Rucker will come home to score as Billingsley advances to third, and River Smith with the newest, biggest hit of the game here for the Spuds as they retake the lead once again. It's now 4-3 on the RBI single from River Smith. Rucker, a fast runner, probably could have scored either way. He for sure was in there as he was on the move in the 3-2 count. And with runners on the corners, Cale McCarville is going to step in here, looking to add some insurance for the Spuds. The first one to him will miss low and dribble away from the catcher, but not far enough for Smith or Billingsley to advance. It's been a by-committee night here for the Spuds. Big hits all around the board. River Smith, the latest one here in the bottom of the 7th inning, re-giving the Spuds the lead. After 2 balls, McCarville looking to put a drive into one here. The 2-0 will be skied high out to short center field. Moreira puts him out. But the Casper Spuds, this seesaw of a game, has seesawed back into their favor, and they head to the 8th frame, leading 4-3. Back at the ballpark here in the 8th inning. Don't forget to follow your Spuds on Twitter for all the Spuds updates. Leading off the inning for the Sodbusters is the DH, Bratt Cross. He's in an early 2-0 count here. Brendan Reed still on the mound for the Casper Spuds. That one is going to push Trent Rucker back out and left. But he backpedals and makes the play out there. Setting down Bratt Cross for a big leadoff out here in the 8th inning. The catcher, Jude Greaves, is going to step in now as the Sodbusters need base runners with their time running out here in this ball game. Greaves 0 for 3 here today with a K. And he's going to see strike one from Brendan Reed. I mentioned Reed in 2023. In 2022, he was a third-team all-conference selection. The 0-1 will miss, and the count is now 1-1. In 2022, 31 innings pitched, 3.77 ERA with 35 Ks. Great pitch there from Reed that I thought caught the inner half, but it was just a bit inside. 2-1 now to the Sodbusters catcher. The 2-1 will be ripped out to center field. It's going to land just in front of Elijah Reeves as he fires it back into the infield. But Jude Greaves on here with one man out as the Sodbusters look to claw back into this ball game. The center fielder, Jet Hannaford, digging in here. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. The 0-0 as Hannaford shows bunt. Pulls it back just in the nick of in time, and the count is 1-0. Excuse me. The 1-0 will miss outside once again, and it's now 2-0 to Jet Hannaford. The 2-0 fouled off by Hannaford just to the right of home plate. 2-1 now. Reed with a brief glance at the runner at first. Hannaford showing bunt once again. He pulls it back as that one misses high. 3-1 to the Sodbusters center fielder. With the catcher Greaves on at first. Player swatting away bugs down there on the field. That one flared to Opine, who collects and puts out Hannaford on the line out to short. Wouldn't really call it a line though. As I said, just a little flare, a little bloop into Jack Opine's mitt. And a big second out as the man who pinch hit earlier in this ballgame, Drew Vega, steps in for his second AB here. He singled in the first one. That pitch from Reed pumped in. Strike at the belt, 0-1. That one flared. Wilcox makes the catch on the run out in short right field. Brendan Reed steps back out and does what he did when he debuted for the Spuds. He keeps them off the board. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Spuds looking to tack on some insurance runs. They lead it 4-3.
Looking for reliable power solutions built to perform? Look no further than Moser Energy Systems in Evansville. Moser is a leading provider of diversified, distributed power systems. We deliver cutting-edge power where and when you need it most. Trusted by industries worldwide, powered by Wyoming pride. Visit moserenergy.com today. When it comes to piping solutions, you can count on the industrial piping specialists in Casper, serving the energy, construction, and industrial sectors with top quality products and unmatched service. For piping done right, on time, and on budget, trust the experts at IPS. Visit them at 928 North Robertson Road today.
Back at Mike Lansing Field here late in the bottom of the 8th inning. Leading off for your Casper Spuds will be the right fielder, Matt Marsick. A game that I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the Oahe Zap beating the Spearfish Sasquatch here tonight, 7-5, as Marsick chops the first one he sees back to Phillips. He runs it over and flips to his first baseman, Jarvis. One pitch, one out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Apologies, that play happened a little fast. Don't remember if I finished my thought, so I'm just going to give it again. The Sasquatch falling to the Zap, 7-5, as Wilcox steps in here, and he takes a first pitch strike. Wilcox swings through that one, and it's 0-2 to the Spuds' second baseman. Phillips firing a fastball, but it's a bit outside. 1-2 to Caden Wilcox. Wilcox with a half swing and a miss there. He's going to go down swinging as Greaves fired over to first after the dropped third strike. With 2 down, Stone Vasic will step into the batter's box. The birthday boy looking for a birthday hit here in the late stages of this ball game. The first one to him will miss a bit inside, 1-0. The 1-0 from Chase Phillips will miss high. Now a 2-0 to Stone Vasic. Vasic did reach on an error and came around to score. Looking to reach base under his own accord here as the count is now 3-0 to Stone Vasic. Celebrating his 22nd birthday here today. The 3-0 will be in there, 3-1. The 3-1 from Chase Phillips, as Vasic calls time to try and rock the speedy Chase Phillips. As he comes set, he's going to miss high, and Stone Vasic earns himself a walk. With a man on and 2 out, Elijah Reeves is going to step in here. He's also looking for his first hit here today. He does have a walk. He rips the first pitch he sees, and it's going to drive the left fielder back. Vasic goes first to third. Reeves makes the turn for second, and he's going to dive in there. First pitch swinging as he reaches second with a speedy double. Runners on second and third for the left fielder, Trent Rucker. Another player here looking for his first hit of the ball game. He has walked twice, but he popped out to second base in those other 2 plate appearances. Head coach for the Sodbusters, Josh Printer, out to the mound for a mound visit. The Spuds would really love to tack on at least one insurance run. A single to the outfield would probably score 2 with the speed of Elijah Reeves at second. Someone is warming in the Spuds pen. Little far for the human eye to see from right here. But we'll see if it's Brendan Reed. We'll see if it's the man out of the pen. Either way, the Spuds looking for the win here. The first one to Trent Rucker is going to spin him away as it was high and inside. 1-0. The 1-0. Rucker rips it by the shortstop. Elijah Reeves turns the bag, and it's bobbled out in left field as Rucker is going to slide into second. A huge RBI single by Trent Rucker. He ends up on second. It could be scored a double. We'll see what the official scorer does here. But either way, vital insurance runs for the Spuds as 2 runs come home on the hit from Trent Rucker. Spuds lead it 6-3 as Jack Opine looks to drive in another. He swings at the first pitch he sees. The right fielder is under it, and Jackson Crane puts down the third spud of the inning. Trent Rucker with the latest biggest hit in this ball game as we head to the final frame. Spuds lead 6-3. Back at the ballpark, here in the top of the 9th inning, the Spuds with the 2-run bottom of the 8th to take a 6-3 lead. It's going to be the top of the order for the Sodbusters. Christian Loera stepping in now. Loera 1 for 4 here today with the K. Brendan Reed is the man back on the mound for the Spuds. The first pitch to Loera will be a strike pumped in there. 0-1. The 0-1 from Reed will be swung on. McCarville knocks it down, but that's all he's able to do as Loera will reach first. A leadoff knock for the Hastings Sodbusters keeps the door open. And the third baseman, Jaden Shabry, will dig in here. Shabry 1 for 3 here today with the walk. The first pitch to him will be a strike. Back-to-back first pitch strikes for Brendan Reed. The 0-1 will skip away from Stone Vasic as Loera advances to second. And the count evens up at 1-1. Shabry, both times he reached, he came around to score. Reed hoping to put a stop to that here. The 1-1 will be in at the knees on the outer half. Great pitch there from Brendan Reed. 1-2 count to the Sodbusters' third baseman. The 1-2 will be a called strike 3. Shabry goes down looking. He seems to be a little bit unaware of the count. He was taken all the way, and it's going to bite him. Big first out for your Casper Spuds. As Stone Vasic trots out to the mound for a quick talk with his pitcher Reed. Ryan Jarvis, the Sodbusters' first baseman, will dig in here. He's 2 for 3 here today with a walk. Head coach Will Iannacone out to the mound here. And it looks like it's just a brief pep talk for the Spuds pitcher, Brendan Reed. He is a stud as well, which is where I was going with that. After a conversation, it looks like Reed loses the battle. Head coach Will Iannacone will go to the pen as the Spuds are 2 outs away from closing the door on the Sodbusters for the second straight night. We'll let the pitcher get warm and get you a name as soon as we can. We'll be right back here at Mike Lansing Field. Back here at Mike Lansing Field, the man out of the pen for your Spuds will be Dryden Cossins, the junior at Fort Scott Community College from Fort Scott, Kansas, looking to close the door on the Sodbusters. Cossins, 3.2 innings pitched here in the ILB season, 4 hits, 7 runs, all of those earned. He's given up 6 walks, 3 hit by pitch, 3 Ks for Cousins. And make that 4 as the first one to Ryan Jarvis will catch him. And it'll bring up the tying run in the man who has been killing the Spuds all night. He has all 3 RBIs for the Sodbusters, Weston Johnston. Vasic looking like he's having a conversation about Jarvis maybe leaning in to that pitch that got him. But regardless, There will be 2 men on with 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning at Mike Lansing Field. Cossins looking to relock. Here, the first pitch to Johnston will be skipped in there. It's 1-0. Cossins, a big Kansas City Royals fan. Looking for a big out here. The 1-0 will be above Johnston's head. Now 2-0. As out of thin air, the tension has arose here at Mike Lansing Field. Tying run at the plate. 2 men on, 1 out. The 2-0 from Cossins will be swung on and missed by Johnston. 2-1 now. The Sodbusters left fielder looking for another big hit here. The 2-1 will be above and get away from Stone Vasic, as both runners are now in scoring position, moving up 90 feet. And the count to Johnston will be 3-1. Vasic out to the mound for a conversation with this pitcher. As this one is getting tight out of nowhere. Three-one count. Man on third, man on second. Johnston at the dish. Cossins on the mound. Looking for 2 outs to win this ball game for the Spuds. Cossins comes set. The 3-1 will miss high. Cossins comes in. He hits the first batter he sees. He walks the second. And the bases will be loaded. For the Sodbusters right fielder, Jackson Crane, who's 1 for 3 here today. He's also struck out. The first one to Crane will catch him. Bases reloaded. Sodbusters get one back. It's now 6-4. And head coach Will Iannacone is going to go back to the pen as Cossins comes in and is unable to get an out. Bases will be loaded. As we let the new guy get warm here, we're going to step aside. Spuds lead 6-4, but bases loaded for the Sodbusters late. Back here at Mike Lansing Field, out for the second straight day after making his debut last night. Lawson Moreno, the lefty, stepping up on the mound, looking to close the door on the Sodbusters. The man out of Katy, Texas, coming to us from Northern Oklahoma College. Had a brisk 1-2-3 inning last night. It's a little bit more high tension here for Moreno. We'll see how the lefty handles it. The first one to the DH, Bratt Cross, will miss outside. 1-0. Cross 0 for 4 here today. The 1-0 to him will be low. 2-0 now to the Sodbusters DH. Moreno is set. The 2-0 will be inside. 3-0 to Bratt Cross with nowhere to put him. Still only one out here in the top of the 9th inning. Spuds are looking to collapse here late. The 3-0 will be in at the knees, 3-1. Moreno is set. The 3-1 will be ripped. Pushing back, Elijah Reeves. And that one's going to hit up against the wall. Cross will unload the bases here as the Sodbusters tie up the ball game here late. Apologies. Can't do math. They take the lead here late and lead it 7-6 after the bases clearing double from Bratt Cross. The catcher, Jude Greaves, will step in now. First one to him will miss high. As an unbelievable turn of events here late, the Sodbusters putting up 4 runs, apologies. Scoreboard just getting up there. But they will lead this one 7-6. Count is 1-1 to Jude Greaves. And he will tattoo that one out to left. It's over Trent Rucker's head. Another run will score for the Sodbusters as they jump out to a 2-run lead here late. Their first time leading in this ball game comes in the last frame of the game. And they lead it now 8-6 after back-to-back doubles. It's hard to put into words. Pinch hitting for the Sodbusters will be Luke Casa. He went 1 for 5 yesterday with 2 strikeouts. The redshirt sophomore at Arkansas Tech from White House, Texas, looking to add to this late lead the Sodbusters have given themselves. He rips the first pitch he sees, but pushes it foul. And the count's 0-1. A 5-run 9th inning for the Sodbusters has taken the wind out of the sails here at Mike Lansing Field. You could hear a pin drop. The 0-1 by Moreno will be in there, and it's now 0-2. Casa pinch hitting for Hannaford, who was 0 for 4 here today. That one will miss just a bit inside. 1-2 count to Luke Casa, who's hitting 400 here in the ILB season. The 1-2 from Moreno will be flared to McCarville. He can't make the catch. And he's unable to make the throw over to first, as another Sodbusters hitter has reached here late. Drew Vega stepping in now, with still only one out here in the top of the 9th inning. Moreno pumps in a first pitch strike. The 0-1 to Vega will miss high. Counts evened up at 1-1. The 1-1 will be in there. Count now 1-2 to Drew Vega. Vega stays alive in the 1-2 count, fouling that one off the first base side. Vega will sky that one, and it's going to get up and over the fence and land in the first row down on the first base side. Count remains at 1-2. The 1-2 once again will run inside and catch Drew Vega. Bases reloaded for the Sodbusters. Will Iannacone is going to go to the pen another time here in the 9th inning as the bases are reloaded for the Sodbusters. This inning all started an error for the third baseman will allow the leadoff man to reach. Brendan Reed then bounces back and gets a strikeout looking. He gets pulled. And that was the last out recorded for the Spuds here late. After the strikeout looking, a hit by a pitch, a walk, a hit by a pitch, a double that cleared the bases, another double, a single on another ball hit in the infield, a hit by pitch. And that brings us to where we are. A new pitcher on the mound for your Casper Spuds will be number 20, Matthew Ramos. who also made his debut last night. Pitching for the second straight game here for the Spuds. And looking to get them out of this nightmare top of the ninth inning. If you missed it at the top of the broadcast, Ramos, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 K last night. And he's coming in here with the bases reloaded for the Sodbusters. As they've batted around here in the ninth inning, the man who led it all off, Christian Moreira, stepping in here. The first pitch from Ramos will be a strike. 0-1 to Moreira. The 0-1 will be in at the knees, quickly 0-2 to Moreira, who steps out and calls time. The righty Ramos coming in firing strikes. As Moreira just now steps back in. Ramos looking to pick up right where he left off before time was called. Here's the 0-2. It'll miss a bit low. 1-2 now. The 1-2 from Ramos will skip in there, and the count is evened up at 2-2. The 2-2 from Ramos will skip in once again. After firing 2 strikes on the first 2 pitches, 3 straight balls from Ramos. That one will miss. And another run will come home for the Sodbusters here in the 9th inning. A 6-run 9th inning for the Sodbusters has completely flipped this ballgame upside down. Jaden Shabry steps in here. A first pitch strike. The 0-1 will be at the belt, 0-2 to the Sodbusters' third baseman. The 0-2 from Ramos will be put in play. It's on the infield. River Smith calling everyone off. And he makes the catch for the long-awaited second out here in the top of the 9th inning. Ryan Jarvis, the first baseman, will step in. The first one to Jarvis will miss inside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. It'll miss low. Now 2-0 to the Sodbusters' first baseman. Misses low again, and it's now 3-0 to the lefty first baseman. The 3-0 will miss high. Spuds will walk home another run here late. And the Sodbusters now lead it 10-6. Weston Johnston will step in, but before that, head coach Will Iannacone will go to the pen for the fourth time here in the ninth inning. We'll let the new guy get warm, and we'll be back here at Mike Lansing Field. Cade Queen is the new man on the mound for your Casper Spuds. Johnston fouled off the first pitch he saw from Queen, and the count's 0-1. The second one will miss high, and the count now 1-1. The 1-1 will miss high. 2-1 now. The 2-1 from Cade Queen will catch the outer half. 2-2. Queen comes set. The 2-2 from him will miss high. Count full now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Full count here in the top of the 9th inning. The 3-2 will be swung on and missed. Johnston goes down swinging and ends the long top half of the 9th inning. Sodbusters putting up 7 runs to take the lead for the first time in this ball game. Spuds need to put up at least 4 if we're going to want to continue playing ball here at Mike Lansing Field. We'll see if they can do so, and when we come back. Back at the ballpark, leading off the bottom of the 9th inning, will be the DH, Hunter Billingsley. Phillips still on the mound for the Sodbusters. His first pitch to Billingsley will be high. Billingsley 1 for 3 here today with an RBI. He skies that one to the outfield, and the center fielder and there's one down here in the bottom of the 9th inning as River Smith steps in here. Smith 1 for 4 with an RBI. First pitch to him will be a strike. As Chase Phillips has now pitched more than the starter, he's gone 4 1/3 innings. He has given up 4 earned runs, but he's in line for the win here. As that one catches the outer half, and the count is now 1-2 to River Smith. The 1-2 from Chase Phillips will be a called strike 3. Smith goes down looking, and the Spuds down to their last life here. Pinch hitting for the Spuds. will be Cody Clausius. The first one to Clausius will be a bit low, 1-0. Second offering from Phillips will be in there, count now 1-1. Clausius fouls that one back, and the Spuds are down to their last strike here. The 1-2 will be fouled off by Clausius as he stays alive. The 1-2 once again will miss low, now 2-2. Sodbusters, 10 runs, 12 hits. That one misses a bit outside. 3-2 now. That one misses outside, and the Spuds have a base runner here late. Gonna need a couple more of those. They want to extend or walk off this ball game. Matt Marsick, the right fielder, will step in now. He's 0 for 3 here tonight with a walk and a K. Pinch running for Cody Clausius will be Andrew Witt. First pitch to Marsick, misses outside. 1-0. Witt goes. They will throw down, but it won't be in time as he advances into scoring position. The second offering missed to Marsick, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 will skip away from the catcher, but he keeps it close enough to keep Witt at second. Count to Marsick is 3-0. The 3-0 misses low, a 4-pitch walk to Matt Marsick. And the Spuds keep fighting here late. Caden Wilcox, it's his turn now to extend the inning for the Spuds. Wilcox 2 for 4 here today. He'll take a first pitch strike from Chase Phillips. That one nearly catches Wilcox, but he got out of the way, and the count is 1-1. Wilcox chops that one foul. 1-2 now. That one misses on the outer half, 2-2. Wilcox will go down swinging, and a fitting end to a heartbreaking loss here for your Casper Spuds. They lead this one until the final frame of the ball game, but a 7-run top of the 9th inning for the visiting Sodbusters will give them the win, 10-6. We'll be back here at Mike Lansing Field tomorrow, same time, same teams, hopefully a different result. Your Spuds drop game 2, 10-6. Try and have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.